The door swings open, and everything changes in a single heartbeat. Diane freezes. Her eyes lock on Jack and Nikki, standing far too close, far too intimate. In a moment that was never meant to be seen. And just like that, the fragile illusion of control shatters. Because what Diane is about to do next will send shockwaves across Genoa City, Jack tries to step back. Too late. Nikki's expression shifts instantly, calm, then tense. She knows exactly how this looks. Worse, she knows Diane won't listen. Diane's voice cuts through the silence, sharp, cold, controlled, but barely. So this is what you've been doing behind my back. Jack exhales slowly, trying to keep things from spiraling. He starts explaining, fast, almost too fast. It's not what you think. But that line only makes it worse. Diane laughs. Not amused, not forgiving. The kind of laugh that comes right before everything explodes. Of course it isn't, she fires back. Because it's always something else with you, isn't it, Jack? Nikki steps in, she refuses to be dragged into this like some guilty secret. Diane, stop. This isn't about betrayal, but Diane doesn't even look at her. Her focus stays locked on Jack. That's where the real wound is, that's where the anger burns the deepest. First Patty, Diane snaps, her voice rising. Now Nikki. How many times are you going to humiliate me? Jack's face tightens. He didn't plan this, none of this. But the truth is, he let things get too far, not physically, but emotionally. That line is already blurred. And Diane sees it. That's what hurts most. Nikki tries again, softer this time. You're twisting this. Jack and I were just talking. Diane turns slowly, finally looking at Nikki. And you think I'm stupid? The room falls into a suffocating silence. Because deep down, everyone knows this isn't just about what Diane saw, it's about everything leading up to this moment. Every doubt. Every crack in the marriage. Every time Jack chose someone else over her, and now, it all comes crashing down at once. Jack steps closer, lowering his voice. Diane, please. Let's just talk about this. But Diane shakes her head. No, she says firmly, I'm done talking. And just like that she walks out, leaving behind a storm that's only just beginning. Jack stands there, stunned. Nikki watches him carefully, because she knows something just shifted, not just in Diane, but in Jack too. A line has been crossed, and there may be no going back. Meanwhile, miles away, the tension is even more dangerous. Las Vegas, the city of lights, secrets, and tonight, something far darker. Nick and Adam thought they were prepared. They weren't, because what started as a risky move is turning into a full-blown nightmare. Nick scans the area, his instincts screaming that something isn't right. Adam notices it too. The silence feels wrong. Too quiet. Too still. This isn't good. Adam mutters, Nick nods, they both know they've walked into something bigger than expected. But they don't have time to pull back. Because somewhere nearby, Sharon and Noah are getting closer, closer to danger, closer to a trap they don't even see coming. Sharon slows her steps. Something feels off. She looks around, her eyes narrowing. Noah, wait. But it's already too late. Figures emerge from the shadows. Fast, silent, surrounding them. Noah steps in front of Sharon instantly, protective. Ready, what do you want, he demands. No answer, just movement, sudden, aggressive, the ambush begins. Back with Nick and Adam, they hear something, a noise, a struggle. Nick's expression changes instantly. That's Sharon, and without hesitation, he moves. Adam follows, because whatever this is, it's no longer just a risk. It's a fight for survival. As they rush toward the chaos, the reality hits hard. They're not in control anymore. They're reacting, and that's exactly where their enemies want them. Back in Genoa City, the aftermath of Diane's discovery is already spreading. Diane storms into her space, her mind racing, her emotions spiraling. Anger, hurt, betrayal, it's all there. And it's building, because she's not just going to sit back and accept this. Not this time, not again. Her hands trembled slightly as she reaches for her phone. She stops, pauses, because once she makes her next move, there's no undoing it. And Diane doesn't make impulsive decisions, she makes calculated ones, dangerous ones. Elsewhere, Lily is dealing with a different kind of tension. She watches Devon and Nate carefully. "There's more to Holden than you think," she insists. Devon crosses his arms, skeptical. Nate isn't convinced either. "You're asking us to trust someone we barely know," Nate says. Lily doesn't back down. "I'm asking you to look deeper, because she sees something in Holden. Something worth giving a chance." But convincing Devon and Nate? That's not going to be easy. At the same time, Billy and Sally are facing a moment that changes everything. The air between them feels different. Heavier, more real. Sally takes a breath, steadying herself. "This isn't just about us anymore," she says quietly. Billy nods, absorbing it. Because the truth is sinking in. Their lives, their future, just shifted in a way neither of them can ignore, and how they handle it. That will define everything that comes next. Back in Vegas, the situation is spiraling fast. Noah struggles to keep the attackers back. Sharon tries to stay calm, but fear is creeping in. Then, a hit. Hard. Everything moves too fast. Nick arrives just in time to see it. His anger explodes instantly. "Get away from them." The fight erupts. Adam jumps in without hesitation. Because this is no longer about rivalry, this is about survival. And in this moment, they're on the same side. But even as they fight back, one thing becomes clear: this wasn't random, this was planned. And whoever set this up isn't finished yet. Nick lands a punch, hard. One of the attackers stumbles back, but another steps in immediately. There's no pause, no break, just relentless pressure. Adam blocks a swing, his jaw tightening as he shoves the guy away. "Nick, we're outnumbered." Nick doesn't respond. He's focused on Sharon, on Noah, making sure they're still standing. Sharon grips Noah's arm. "Stay behind me," Noah insists. But she shakes her head. "No, we face this together." That moment, brief, intense, says everything. Because this family, fractured as it may be, refuses to fall apart when it matters most. Back in Genoa City, Diane isn't cooling down. She's heating up, pacing, thinking, replaying that image over and over again. Jack, Nikki, too close, too comfortable. Her phone lights up. Jack calling. She stares at it, lets it ring, and then she declines it. Because right now, she's not ready to hear excuses. She's ready to act. Meanwhile, Jack stands in the aftermath, his frustration building. Nikki watches him carefully. "You need to fix this," she says. Jack exhales. "I know, but knowing and doing are two very different things. Because Diane isn't someone you can simply talk down. She reacts, she strikes, and when she does, there are consequences." Across town, Victor is already making moves, quietly, strategically. Because while others are caught in emotional chaos, Victor sees opportunity. He delivers a warning. Not loud, not dramatic, but clear, final. "You don't want to be on the wrong side of this." And coming from Victor, that's not a suggestion, it's a promise. Elsewhere, Michael leans closer to Lauren. "There's something you need to know." His voice is low. "Careful, because this isn't just gossip. It's a secret, one that could change everything if it gets out." Lauren's expression shifts. Concern, curiosity, fear. "What is it?" Michael hesitates for just a second, then he tells her, and whatever it is, it lands hard. Because Lauren doesn't speak. She just stares at him, stunned. Nearby, Abby and Devon are locked in their own struggle. "I don't understand why this is so hard," Abby says, frustration breaking through. Devon runs a hand through his hair. "Because it matters. They're not fighting each other, they're fighting the situation, trying to align, trying to move forward. But something keeps pulling them apart. And neither of them knows how to fix it." Back in Vegas, the fight reaches a breaking point. Nick takes another hit, but stays on his feet. Adam moves beside him. For once, no tension, no rivalry, just survival. "We need to get them out of here," Adam says. Nick nods. They push forward together, creating an opening. "Noah, go." Noah grabs Sharon's hand. They run, fast, not looking back. Nick and Adam follow, keeping the attackers at bay just long enough. Then, they break free. Barely, breathing hard, hearts pounding, they finally stop. For now, Sharon looks at Nick. What was that? Nick shakes his head. I don't know. But that's not the worst part. The worst part is, this doesn't feel over, it feels like the beginning. Back in Genoa City, Diane stands still. Finally, her decision made, her expression hardens. Cold, focused. Because she's not going to wait for Jack to explain. She's going to make her own move, and when Diane makes a move, people feel it. Jack walks into the room moments later, he sees her, knows instantly, this is bad. Diane. She cuts him off. No, you've said enough. Her voice is calm now. Too calm, and that's what makes it dangerous. You wanted to play games, she continues. Now we play by my rules. Jack's expression tightens, because whatever Diane is planning, it's not forgiveness, it's retaliation. And somewhere in the distance the pieces are already shifting. Victor, Phillies. Deals being made. Secrets being shared. Enemies circling, everything is moving, everything is building, towards something bigger, something explosive. And the question hanging in the air, the one no one can answer yet. Is this? Who will lose everything when all of these secrets finally collide?